Move over, Wraith, Bobcat, Pain Train, and Spectre. There's a new king in town, and that's the Storm King Scourge. What's going on, guys? Rounded TikTak here, and today we're going to be looking at the Storm King Scourge, the brand new assault rifle that drops from the mythic Storm King. Now, I know it's very hard to get, but don't worry, that's where we come in. We're live right now at twitch.tv/roundedtiktak. Come stop by. We're doing our absolute damnedest to help people obtain this weapon and show the community some love. All you gotta do is come by and just say, hey, there's a queue, people are playing, we're having a good time. Twitch.tv/roundedtiktak. Come and just say, what's up? Shameless plug, over. Live right now. The funny thing about this weapon, guys, is out of the entire set, it's the least flashy. It is the least like, oh my god, that's a mythic weapon. Does that take anything away from it? Kind of, slightly on a cosmetic feel, but it's very hard to articulate the words about this weapon because just how it feels. It's something that you really need to play around with to really understand how good it is. The main draw of this weapon, and I know it's going to sound dumb, but it says it on the bottom text. Storm King's arm forged into an assault rifle with excellent precision. Excellent precision. We've been so used to weapon bloom in this game and our bullets not going anywhere. It's 10 times worse in Battle Royale. But we shoot, the bullet goes to the left, to the right. It's really obvious on some of the weapons like the Wraith and the Pain Train, and just the weapons, the Hemlock, and just the bullets don't go where the crosshair is. That is not the case for the Storm King Scourge. It's not. It's absolutely, unequivocally the most accurate assault rifle in the game. And that's important because we've been having to deal with weapon bloom for so long. The reticle on this gun just does not move, and I know that's hard to show and articulate, but while you're watching the footage, please pay attention. So what does this gun do that's a little different than everything else? What's its unique 6th perk, because they all have them, sorry about that. Hitting an enemy applies a charge, building up to 5 charges or switching targets, detonates the charge, dealing 100% of weapon damage to the target and nearby enemies. Each charge increases the radius up to max of 0.75 tiles. Now, there's a lot going on here and I understand that, so let's break it down. Building up to 5 charges and switching targets. Do you guys know why that switching targets thing is here? Because nothing in the game except for a smasher will actually survive more than 5 bullets. It just doesn't happen. It hits hard enough, you're always going to be getting headshots, and everything can crit on the weapon as well. The next thing is dealing 100% of weapon damage to the target and nearby enemies. This 100% damage can crit. So imagine here we're at 12,000. If it does crit here, maybe you'll get like 22,000. But once you're in a full party, this number goes up to about 24,000. And when it crits, it does about 80,000 to the surrounding enemies in a 0.75 tile radius. Now, the black metal set has something pretty similar, except you have to sacrifice your health to this. It's a smaller radius and has less scaling. It is so obvious how powerful this is once you start shooting, because on top of all of that, the charge that actually explodes not only damages the enemies next to them, so afflicts the enemy that it procs on. Meaning, if you're shooting a smasher 5 times, the explosion perk happens, the damage happens to all the enemies surrounding him, but on top of that, the damage to the smasher gets applied as well. So you're doing, every 5 shots, you're doing a bonus 50 to 80,000 damage for free. You don't have to give up any health. And just look at some of this footage. Compared to the black metal set, the explosion radius on this is absurd. So let's get into some of the base stats of why this gun is so good. The damage at 12,000, 94,000 DPS, headshot damage of 18k, and this is the one gun in the game that I actually would probably roll a headshot build. It's just absurd how accurate this weapon is. Critical hit chance of 38. With the build that I have in the background, I guess I'm at 395. Fire rate of 7.5, which is more than the Wraith, and the range is 5,120, the same as the Wraith. If there was a weapon that you could compare this weapon to, it would be the Wraith. The damage output is similar, minus for that every 5 bullet charge. This is higher, but slightly higher. It's the accuracy and the special 6 perk that really does this. It does not have a magazine size in a normal sense. It is one of the heat charged weapons like the Gamatron, Plasmatron, that type of weapon set, and it benefits from that. The weapon has certain builds that you can run. I'm going to show you all of them I possibly can, but let's see how I rolled it. The reason I have this weapon rolled like this is because you can put whatever rolls you want on it. It literally has almost everything in the game that you could possibly think of. Cooling rate, damage, fire rate, crit rating, damage, fire rate, headshot damage, heat capacity, physical or energy. This, I wish you could make it energy, or I'm sorry, any other element that you would want, that'd be better, but hey, I run everything energy. The reason this is physical is because I originally thought the explosion based off this 6 perk was energy like the bundle bus. It's not. It's whatever you roll onto this weapon. So in actuality, if you wanted to use this mechanic to the best of your ability, you would maybe try something like this. You would forego these last 2 crit damage and damage rolls, and you would roll something like damage, damage, physical, damage, damage. Because you can put 4 damage rolls on this weapon, you're looking at 120% extra damage. 120% of 12,000 is, I don't know, 24,000 damage at base. That means that's going to explode for 100%, but it will not crit as much. This happens fast enough anyway, so you would maybe win out on a DPS race with the explosion perk, but I'm not 100% sure. You could try that build on the Nutcracker build we're going to show you, and if you do try to do it, let me know down in the comments below, and maybe we'll revisit the weapon. But let's get into some builds. Here's the first build for you guys. As you can see, because you guys are you guys, there's no assault rifle damage in here. I know you guys want to at least see how it performs, and it performs amazingly. Don't expect crazy damage numbers or anything like that. We're just looking at how well the weapon works on a character that you would just use it on. And in my opinion, it's fantastic for that. We have Kunai Collection Hang Time. The only thing that's given us any kind of damage is Battle Beat and Totally Rocking Out. That's it. And that's not even active at all times. The fact that it stacks on top of itself is insane. And this is, in my opinion, probably the best all-around weapon in the game. In fact, it's one of the only weapons, assault rifles, it's only one of the assault rifles that I've cleared high-level encampments on my own solo with basically no problem. Blasters, propanes, Husky Husk, doesn't matter. It's so accurate, Riot Huskies aren't even that big of an issue anymore. Let's get into another build here. Still not my favorite one. Tactical Assault Sledgehammer. Of course, you know how it is. We have a very similar build. Totally Rocking Out, Battle Beat, Subway for Startup, Mad Tidings. Unearthly Treat. This I've been trying out a lot, and I really do like it. Especially for the Storm King fight. It's a very, very good perk. You're never at full health, but that's neither here or there. Speaking of the Storm King, this is one of the situations where you really wouldn't use this weapon, but you could. If you don't have the bundle bus or the old Betsy, it's that accurate and the range is pretty good on it to where you should be doing as much damage as possibly can. And you proc the 6th perk and you end up with some bonus damage. It's a really, really nice weapon. With a DPS focused build like this, you can see us burning through smashers, mini bosses, Husky Husk, Riot Shielders. It doesn't matter. You will absolutely destroy everything in your way. I'm solo killing 149s in seconds. And then the build I enjoyed the absolute most is the Crackshot Nutcracker build. Mad Tidings gives you 140% bonus damage. Totally Rocking Out gives you a ton of crit rating and some health. Startup gives you another 25. Assault crit damage, so when you do crit. Unearthly Treat gives you another 42. Battle Beat gives you another 50. We're looking at like 210% bonus damage almost at all times because it's a heat capacity gun. And if you just stop shooting for literally 1 second or 2 seconds, you will never have to reload, and you can keep Mad Tidings and Startup up at all times. With this build, I've seen 410,000 damage in perfect scenarios. If you were to keep that up and play min-max style, that is unheard of damage per second. 7.5 bullets, 400k, 3.9 million damage a second on an assault rifle. That's just dumb. It's absurd. Remember, it's not that flashy compared to the other ones, but damn is it accurate, damn is it strong, it hits so good. It really gives you something to strive for, and that's fantastic because us as end game players, or if you're just new to the game, have something tangible that's just not a banner or something to go for, to strive for, and hopefully be able to get it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, think about subscribing. I post videos like this, trap tunnel guides, and everything else in between. We'd love to have you as part of the family. If you guys like streams, I stream at twitch.tv/roundedtiktak. We're legit live right now. Come say hi. I will do my best to help you with the Storm King if you get there early enough, because there's a line. And lastly, if you're looking for a way to support the channel, buying some emotes or something like that, you can always use creator code OOTikTakOO. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. The hammer is coming next. TikTak out.